Good day, everyone. I am Adedoyin Presidomath, and I have been invited to talk about the extraordinary benefit of a first class degree. It is my sincere pleasure to be here, and if you are online, please signify so that we can get started. Thank you. It's okay, quite a number of you are already online and active. So, by definition of the topic, I am here to talk about what is beyond ordinary about having a first class degree, and like what is it all about? Like, why should you have a first class, or why is a first class degree so exalted? That is what I am here to talk about. Now, before we continue, I will talk about my agenda. The agenda we are going to be doing today is introduction, fact about a first class degree, benefit of a first class degree on campus, benefit of a first class degree after graduation, question and answer, others, conclusion. So I actually have a 7 point agenda, and we are going to be talking about the first, second, and third on the agenda. This is part one of the seminar or of the section. Now let's go to the first one. Introduction. I am Adedoyin Jeremiah. I'm a graduate of University of Lagos, Department of Mathematics, and I graduated with a first class degree in pure mathematics 2019. By the grace of God, I am the former president of the department, as well as the best mathematics student in Nigeria since 2019. All these were given to me by God, and I return all glory back to Him because He's the owner of the glory in the first place. So let's move to the second thing on the agenda. We want to talk about the extraordinary benefit of a first class degree. Now, what is the meaning of extraordinary? Extraordinary is very unusual, or what we call remarkable. We have synonyms for it. We have synonyms like superlative, exceptional, astounding. So again, what is the meaning of benefit? Because when I start something, I like to start with the definition of the topic. So I've talked about extraordinary. Now, what is the meaning of benefit? Benefit means something advantage. It means profit gain from something, like profit gain from something. Now, first class is a set of people or things grouped together as the best. That is what we call first class. The synonym is superior, top quality. Now, the very unusual advantage gotten from the superior degree is the topic. In other words, the extraordinary benefit of a first class degree. Another way I can say that is the very unusual advantage gotten from the superior degree. Now, let's come to the second agenda, fact about first class degree. Now, what are the facts about a first class degree? Now, you actually need to follow closely at this junction because you need to take note of some things. There are some things that will really help you as an undergraduate student or as a student that is aiming for the best. Now, the first one, a first class degree can never be rubbish. You can never rubbish a first class degree. The second one, having a first class degree is a great achievement. Now, to get a degree takes about 2, 3, 4 or more years before you can obtain a degree. So to get a degree is an achievement on its own, let alone a first class degree. Now, first class degree has no superior. There is no superior degree to first class. Like he is the boss. Like there is no superior degree to first class. That is my point. Now, it always partition the gold from other medals in normally gold. Now, what am I trying to say in this case? First class degree partition the gold from other medals, and is the one that normally claim the gold. Now, it contains the potential or power of liberating dreams or life. You actually need to go and check the background of great achievers. Now, first class degree has the potential to liberate lives. There are so many people that started from our humble background, but because of the excellent spirit, even in the Bible, we have a number of them in the Bible that it's because of an excellent spirit, it actually liberates their life. So, if you look at great achievers, even of our days, part of their success story is because they were exceptional during their when they were students. You get my point. Now, first class can never get timid or be a mediocre. Instead, it can cause inferiority complex on others. Yes, first class degree can never be relegated. It can never feel inferior. Just like lion says, you know, the lion in the jungle. No matter the economy of the jungle, uh, lion never eats grass. It's not about pride, but who lion is. So the same thing, first class degree does not. It's not a coward. So no matter the economy on in an ideal system, first class degree never eats grass. I'm not talking about Nigeria, anyways, because you can start giving me a counter example. First class degree attract honor, excellence. It also command respect. Yes, so first class degree command respect. You will be honored by your fellow colleague and your lecturer as well. There is no place you get to when you mention you are a first class student. It commands honor. It commands respect. It can take you where you don't expect or imagine you could be. Yes, first class degree can take you where you don't expect. Because you graduate with a first class, you can be given admission or a scholarship by some foreign university. Probably you don't expect, or you may not be able to go on your own, probably because of finances or some other things. I wouldn't know, but then first class degree just avail you of the opportunity, probably to even meet the president of a country. We wouldn't know. It's just depend. It is attainable and accessible by all. Now, that is one thing about first class. You need to take note of that. First class is attainable and accessible by all, by everybody. First class degree says, I cannot be gotten by accident. You cannot have a first class by accident. It's not possible. Many people can have me but end up not having me. Many people can have me but end up not having me. That's what first class is saying. Why? At the counter of success, or at my counter, there is no negotiation. You pay in full and in advance. So hence, not everyone gets me. That is a first class degree for you. At the counter of first class, you have to pay in full and in advance. And then, if you can pay in full and in advance, you get it. But if you can't pay in full and in advance, not everyone gets a first class. Now, the third thing on our agenda, without wasting time, benefit of a first class degree on campus. Now, the first benefit is endowment. What am I talking about in endowment? First class students are open to endowment and merit while on campus. For example, I finished from the University of Lagos Department of Mathematics. So at the end of every section, the department of the university rather pay me a total sum of 50,000 naira every section because I'm a first class student. So if you maintain that throughout your stay on campus, at the end of every section, the university keeps paying you 50,000 naira. Another thing is you have a sense of responsibility because you just automatically have a sense of responsibility. People will respect maturity and much from you, including your lecturers. People will run up to you to ask you some questions. Some will come for interview. Some will ask you how you are able to achieve some of your goals. So you should be responsible. Scholarship opportunity and competition opportunities. The point is that since you are a first class student, there are always scholarship opportunities. Beside that, there are competition opportunities. You get to represent your school. There is no scholarship that will say first class should not apply. It's not possible, to the best of my knowledge. If that happened, then it is not a scholarship. Now, when I became the overall best student at the National Mathematics Competition Abuja in 2019, Punch newspaper actually wrote Unilag came first. You understand my point? So you get to bear the name of your school, and when I became the overall best as well, we went to Abuja by air. It was my first time indeed to travel by air, and it was my second time to be in Abuja. The first time I went to Abuja was by road, obviously, and I went for a mathematics conference. I was privileged to be there actually as an undergraduate student to attend a mathematics seminar. Now, next thing, the benefit as we are talking about that is upper chances. You have upper chance in everything. Like you just have a kind of higher advantage, a kind of merit over others since you are a first class student. Once you are a first class student, you have advantage. Now, what is the advantage? You will be needed because people know you are loaded. I am always busy in school, even till now, because I will be doing tutorial from one point to the other, because so many people need my attention to explain stuff to them, to talk to them. Some will even come with part of their life or challenging problem to discuss with me, to have my opinion or say on it. So my point is that you will be very busy. You will be needed very well. If some of the lecturers have children that probably need help, some of them will come to me and say, come and help me take my child. I will pay you. Even some will recommend you to some of the parents in the senate of the university, and you get to meet people from there. You have a higher advantage, you have a higher chance. So in 2010, I remember then I was not in the university then, but Pastor Lukoya, the GO of Mountain of Fire and Ministry, gave a car, a vehicle, to all first class graduates. So the point is that you have higher advantage, you have fair hearing. People will hear you. Where will you be that people will not want to hear you? If there is a problem with your course, your lecturer will readily listen to you because they know you are a good student, you are a first class student. So it's not as though you want to come and beg for marks. So if you are a lady, it prevents lecturers from asking you out because they know you have a purpose. Weak student are lecturers pray. So, but when you are a first class student as a lady, there's no platform, or it will be difficult for a lecturer to ask you out. There's possibility that you get an hostel on campus, although this is depending on schools. But most of the time, first class students are given hostels on campus because they know that there is no cause for alarm. First class students don't really cause trouble in the university system. So you have a higher chance to get in an accommodation. Now, another thing about a first class degree is that it builds your confidence. I'm talking about the benefit of a first class degree while you are staying in school, while you are on campus, while you are an undergraduate student. Now, it builds your self-confidence. You are confident. You have respect, honor, and you will have a voice among your colleagues. That is obvious. There is no problem of carryover and its neighboring calamity. There is no problem of carryover. At graduation, you will be given prizes and you will be recognized. So, as I have said earlier, this is where I'm going to stop for this part 1. Anticipate part 2 of this discussion very soon, and I know that you are going to enjoy what you are going to get more concept about benefit of a first class student outside school, outside campus. Meanwhile, let me answer some of the questions I have here. So many people ask me question now. Let's take it one by one. This question is from OEM Israel Kenny. He said, in one of your aforementioned sentence, there is no problem of carryover and its neighboring calamities. Can you kindly elucidate what those neighboring calamities are? Well, the neighboring calamities are: number one, you attend classes with your junior. You know that since it's a carryover, you attend classes with your junior. There are too many course load. You will, let's say you are in 300 level. Everybody is doing 5 or 6 courses, but you will have to register the carryover again. So you will be doing more courses, and by so doing, you will be doing more examination as well. Imagine somebody that has carryover is the one that is doing more examinations. Now, somebody that is a first class student, we only focus on 5 or 6 exams. Now, somebody that has carryover, we have to focus on more examination or more courses. So that will not be good at all, because you will have a lot to read, and there are so many calamities. You will have to write tests with them again with your junior. You will have to take attendance and assignments all through again. It's really stressful, and it's really a calamity, because even on the examination day, your courses can be clashing. One of your 300 level course can be clashing with the carryover you have. And originally, from the timetable officer would have scheduled it in such a way that 200 level courses are not clashing and 300 level courses are not clashing. But then it is possible for a 200 level course to be clashing with 300 level course. So it can be a real problem, and you will have to write more examinations. So it's not really very easy. So the next question, please. The next question is coming from Ebuka Moses. It's saying, sir, please, can you give tips or steps on how to achieve or get first class? So, well, what I have to say about that, your question is another seminar topic. Don't forget, I'm talking about the extraordinary benefit of a first class degree. That is another seminar topic whereby we will need to talk in details how to get this first class. There is somebody, Olaoluwa, Makonjo Olaoluwa. I think he was invited before me to talk about the pursuit of academic excellence. So I am going to drop the link in my description box so that you can read through what he said. I think he's also a first class student. The next question is from DK Precious. She says, sir, how do I obtain this first class? What are the sacrifices? How did you apply consistency? How were you organized? What strategy did you apply as regard writing exams in university? Voila. The question you asked again, according to me, is also another seminar topic, but I have partially answered that question in the previous post, because that question is similar to what I said now. But then this is what I'm going to tell you. You should anticipate from me, or anticipate more similar topic like the typical life of a first class student, axiomatic definition and theorem. That is, how do we define axiomatically the life of a first class student, and what are the theorems the first class student obey? What are the things that works? So the typical life of a first class student, axiomatic definition and theorem. Now, also, there is a link in my description box where I was talking to first year students of the University of Lagos Department of Mathematics on how to go about things. Like prospect of mathematics is the major thing, but then I discussed partially about what you should focus on, how to pass or how to get grade, or what you should focus on as and on.
Before the semester goes too far, before you get to the middle of the semester, before you write tests, when you have done some things, please find a comfortable time for yourself. List out all your courses you are doing. List them out. Now, FSC 111, FSC 112, FSC 113, FSC 114, FSC 115. And write out what you want to score. Don't go and write AAO. I did not say your grade. What you indeed want to score. I mean your score. 78. Write the particular score down. And of course, I know most of you will go and write 90, 90, 90, 90. No. It has to be realistic. There are 3 factors you need to consider.
Now the next question is from Ogbona Nnamdi. And what is the question? It says, what was your CGPA on graduation, and do schools retain students with first class for automatic employment? So now, 4.78 was my final CGPA, and I have a 5.05 times. Well, I wrote my grades according to semester. So all my second semester has been a 5.0, and then the University of Lagos has not said anything about retaining. Although I also heard before now that they normally retain first class students, but then University of Lagos has not said anything about retaining any students. In fact, we are yet to do our convocation ceremony, and I'm currently serving. I'm a core member in Ondo State, FUTA, Federal University Technology Akure, to be precise. Now, the next question is coming from Ademola Oluwada. I see. He said, good evening, sir. How do one attain first class and still maintain it till final year? Well, to add to what I have said earlier before now, determination, smart work, and God factor in summary. So you have to be determined not to fall down. You know, you are already a first class. It will be a shame to drop. Have that mentality. So have the determination of going up or maintaining where you are. When you have the determination, it is easy. Then you have to do a smart work, not just hard work. So you have to do a kind of smart work. And God factor, you pray about it as well, because except the Lord build the house, the builder is just, according to what the Bible says, the laborer is doing what is doing in vain. So there is God factor. Now the next question, coming from the same person, will I work on my past question more or on my handout? Now, in Nigeria, you study the course and the lecturer. You don't just study the course alone, you study the lecturer. Now, the lecturer, it depends on the question you ask me, it depends on the lecturer's approach. Therefore, it depends on the lecturer's approach. And what is the approach? The lecturer can set question back from the notes, or from the textbook he's using, or from past questions, or from the handout. You need to go ask your senior about the lecturer's approach, and the senior will readily give you in details each of the lecturer's approach, because they would have probably encountered the lecturer at one time or the other. So meet your senior and ask for the lecturer's approach, and make good use of the advice. When you make good use of the advice, it really helps you a lot. So now let's go to the next question. The next question is coming from Precious Adedoyin. It says, sir, how can one attain his point being a first class from the scratch? How can one retain, his point being a first class from the scratch without relenting? I mean, craving for the super student. Do someone need to cut every form of social activities or others in the school? How exactly can you balance everything while maintaining the position? Now, what I have to say is that time is the currency of life. When you waste time, you waste life. That is why it is called lifetime. So, your priority in the university is not social activities. So, therefore, you need to set a boundary. Set a bound for when to do social things. Don't feel relaxed when you know you are having a kind of issue with any course. Don't let your mind be at peace when you have an issue with any course. So make sure you don't have any problem with any course. You can go for sport, you can go for some social activities, but don't be relaxed, don't feel relaxed, don't be at peace, don't let your mind be at peace when you have problem with any course. Make sure you find a solution to it. I think that will really help you. Now, the next question is from John Esther Chidera. It said, any tips on how to get rid of exam fret? Prepare very well. Prepare very well. Make sure you prepare. Read for the exam. So that is number one, confidence. Once you cover all the topics, you read from topic 1 to the very last topic. That is number one, confidence. And number 2, boldly walk into the examination hall. Boldly walk into the examination hall and boldly say before your friend you will finish the exam. There is a way it really helps the mentality. I normally do that very well. I will normally tell myself that if I see any question I have seen before, it is a bonus mark for me. So basically, I prepare to see no familiar question, and I did mathematics. Mathematics is not easy. You know how mathematics look like. So I prepare as though I'm not going to see any familiar question. So on getting to the examination hall, I will be seeing some familiar questions. So what is the fear all about? There's nothing to be afraid of, because I already have the mindset of not seeing any question that will be familiar. And that's how I prepare for it. So there's nothing to be afraid of at all. Do you understand my point? The next question is from Olaoluwa Ayodele. It says that, how do you understand the abstract concept? And how do you prepare smart for exams? Now, abstract concept, there are abstract concepts in mathematics that is not very easy to comprehend. Now, what I will say is that attend all the classes. Read your note and find a good textbook to read alongside. Read a note and find a good textbook to read alongside. Then have a mindset of reading a concept more than once. Have a mindset of reading it more than once. That okay, as I'm reading it, I will probably come back and read again. So when you are done with a concept, you should be able to tell what you gain. For example, if I read continuity, when I'm done reading continuity, or when I want to stand up after reading, when they say what is continuity, I should be able, what will I write down? I should know it. Or prove that. How do you prove that a function is continuous? Prove that the empty set is open. For example, all this, actually what I'm saying is a mathematics term and they are abstract terms. So prove that the empty set is open. What is the meaning of open set? You should be able to write that down. So that is how to understand abstract concepts. Write down okay, this is what I have read. What does it mean? How can I do it? How can I prove that a set or an empty set is open? How can I prove that a function is differentiable? That is what, if you are able to answer that, then you have already understood the abstract concept. But if you are not able to answer that, go back to that concept and read again. You can have a good tutor and have a good mentor. Somebody like me now, I know I am a good mathematics expert. I am a good tutor as well in all these abstract areas. So if you have a good tutor, they will be able to put you through what might probably take you hours or time to learn. So have a good mentor. Now the next question, Ademola Oluwada, I see, and I think that is the last question I am going to be talking about. Now he says, sir, please, who is your mentor and role model, sir? Now, what I have to say about that, my mentor is Dr. Olaoluwa Alud. He's actually a senior lecturer in the Department of Mathematics, University of Lagos. So, and he's the youngest PhD holder in Africa. He's very smart. He's very good. I think you should Google his name to get more information about him. So that's my mentor concerning mathematics. There are some other seminar topics I will want you to anticipate or to look forward to. The first one is the step to getting a first class degree. So after we are done with the series of the extraordinary benefit of a first class degree, I should anticipate again steps to getting a first class degree. That's another seminar topic. Another section is the typical life of a first class student, axiomatic definition and theorems. Then the third one is how to be singled out or how to be recognized globally. Another one, reason to excel in a field of non-interest you find yourself. So I know this will be very good for students, especially undergraduate students. Anticipate, and if you are there and you are watching me, you can also write or do a kind of short video on some of all these topics. It will really help a lot. If you have the content, please feel free to share, and let's help lives in the 21st century. So this is what I have to say concerning this seminar. Thank you very much. But before I round off the section, there is something for you to take home. And I propose to you, or I'm asking or I'm putting it to you, how do you plan to take over your world? How do you plan to take over your world? Now, first class degree can really be an asset for you. At this junction, I want to thank everyone for your presence and for listening to me. It's actually a wonderful time here in reality. I also want to thank the facilitator, Mr. Pius. I actually know Mr. Pius since the time I was writing post-UTME. He is part of my success story because he really put me through some things. He told me some things about the university system, gave me the president number, the NAMSIM president, that's Department of Mathematics president then, and gave me some advice from time to time. I know he's also mentoring so many students. Thank you very much for this great privilege given to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mr. Pius. So this section have been considered closed. You can pray and take your leave. But before you take your leave, please kindly subscribe at the right hand side. Please kindly subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. I will really appreciate that. I really need that. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. See you at the top. God bless everyone. Bye. Come to think of it, you should at least click the subscribe button, please. Thank you.